Because the really bad stories are, and I just heard that from one client that came here, that they paid $150 for the airport pickup. So the taxi driver really gouged them. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam, and at How to Expat we help expats relocate. We get a lot of questions of clients that book our sneak peek service. So the sneak peek service we offer here in Medellin is a tour for expats in Medellin, where we're gonna show you the city of Medellin from an expat's perspective with everything you need to know. If you're thinking about if Medellin could be an expat destination for you. Anyway, one of the most questions we get is how do I get from the airport to the city? What is the best way? And if we should organize an airport pickup transport for them. So in this video, I'm gonna explain what is the best way for you to come from the airport to the city of Medellin once you landed here. So of course, one thing you could do is beforehand schedule a pickup with the hotel you're in, or with us, or with a person you know, or anything like that here in the city. That's of course very good, so you know the person, it's secure and everything like that, but it has a big disadvantage. If you come from the US, let's say here to Medellin, and you don't have internet connection and you don't have kind of the contact details of the person that will then transport you to the city. You're up in the airport, which is around 45 minutes from the city, and you don't really know where to go. You come outside of the airport, you're probably already tired and things, and you have to look for your name. Sometimes they don't carry the name, so they just try to figure out if you're the right person and things. And kind of to avoid that, we usually suggest another thing, which is very, very secure also, and has a good price, or the same price as a pickup you would schedule beforehand, which are the taxis. So of course, in some Latin American countries it's better and way safer to schedule a pickup beforehand. But here in Medellin, it doesn't really matter. So if you come to Medellin, what we suggest to our clients to do is to get one of the white, preferably white airport taxis, or the yellow airport taxis. Be aware that the taxi you go into has a white number plate and not a yellow one. The white number plate means that it's a taxi or something like that, and the yellow number plate is just a normal number plate here for a private person. We prefer the white taxis. They're a little bit better in quality, and the drivers usually are a little bit relaxeder than with the yellow cab. You don't really, you never really know what kind of person you get there, driving kind of like a maniac sometimes. The cool thing about the whole thing is that the rate is fixed. So to Medellin is 75,000 Colombian pesos, which is around, round up, let's say 32 bucks. The thing is, now that the new tunnel opened, so if you don't know, there's just recently opened a new tunnel a couple of months ago, and the rates are not quite fixed. The issue with the new tunnel is they have a tunnel toll, and that's a little bit more than the usual toll taxis had to pay. So I heard already from people that kind of the fixed rate of 75,000 Colombian pesos will then be risen to 80,000 or 85,000, something like that. But anyway, like that's if you still pay 85,000 because the taxi goes through the tunnel, it's maybe 40 bucks. So it's not a really big issue, and you're not getting gouged 20, 30 bucks more than it actually is. So I think, it's kind of a non-issue. Because the really bad stories are, and I just heard that from one client that came here, that they paid $150 for the airport pickup. So the taxi driver really gouged them like hard, because he kind of justified it with, it's the fare, but the fare is per person, and then they somehow were led to spend $150 for the airport pickup, which normally costs around 35 bucks. So just make sure that you know that, and you know that there's a fixed rate. The maximum you should pay from the airport to Medellin is really 85,000 bucks and not more. Then there's another option, the colectivo taxis. So the colectivo taxis are just taxis they fill with people and then drive to the city. The disadvantage there is they just go to the San Diego Mall, which is not really in the touristy areas. So I don't really recommend them, but the price is very good. They're around 17,000 pesos, which is around $5. So if you're on a cheap, try to take a colectivo or a normal bus, but we don't really recommend that if you come here for the first time and things like that. Then there's two things to add. The costs from the airport to Envigado and to Sabaneta are different, so they're a little bit more expensive, but yeah, just I think to Envigado is 85,000 and to Sabaneta 95,000. And then the other thing is the transport from Medellin to the airport is a little bit less expensive. So in Medellin, from Medellin to the airport, it's also a fixed rate and it costs 65,000 Colombian pesos. So I hope this video helped. It should just be a little explanation what the best way is, or what I would recommend for you, how to get from the airport to Medellin, the city. As I said, if you want to see the city of Medellin from an expat's perspective, we offer a specific expat tour, our sneak peek service. The link is in the description down below.